run through some elephant tests, so hopefully they'll be useful to you. Comparing the melee to everything else post-imperial, and then we'll talk a little bit more about elephants. So here's the one-on-one battle. The Burmese, they get all their armor, plus they get a little extra, and they get the full attack, which the Burmese get. The melee only get the one standard armor. Let's see here what he ends on. It looks like he had 65 hit points left. I can't seem to get on him there, which isn't a huge difference. 3 of these guys were left, and the Burmese got the great monks, so that's a lot of hit points left here. One-on-one, it didn't seem to be that much of a difference. Oh, there it is, 65. So that armor definitely helps out a ton. And they got the extra armor, so they might do the best. Let's see. I think also, sorry, looking at the text. The Malay don't get their bloodlines, which hurts as well. Yeah. Alright, here's test number 2. We got the Chimera elephants, and they get the bonus attack, and they also get the bloodlines. As you can see, the Malays only got the 300. So now these Chimera are... Can I grab one? Adding another +3 attack, on his sucker. Bam. Show me the screen. There we go. So he's got even more health left. 80. Again, 3 elephants. I think. Looks like about 3. Even better with the Chimera, that bonus attack. I'm assuming that bonus armor with the Burmese helps out as well and against archers. And I'm definitely not the expert here, because I actually have to look up what the Vietnamese actually get. Do they get anything for their elephants? Oh, I'm looking at the Malay. Yeah, there's the 20% off, and that's what we're getting to. Is it worth it to have that 20% off? It's not looking like it. Battle elephants get 30 HP. Yeah, that's nice. Anything else? Do they get the full stables? They're missing husbandry, so they're beefier, but they're slower. That's another good question. Burmese. They get everything, bloodlines and husbandry. Melee I know do. I'll double check it. Yeah, they get the husbandry, but not the bloodlines. So they're missing that. But 20 or 25, what is that? 20 hit points. It might have been 25 in the past. Maybe I'm wrong. And what did we check? The Chimera. There, they get both. Okay, so that's speed. So the Vietnamese are missing the speed. Well, let's see what we got here. Overall, they're packing 350 health. That's extra 50 hit points. And I'm assuming... Oh, they're missing an attack as well. So this might... These are definitely the weakest elephants, maybe. I think that hit points is going to make a difference, though. Definitely against archer units as well. He's definitely got... That one's got a lot of hit points. I think it's close, but Vietnamese probably not the best. Missing that 2 attack. They do have the extra hit points. So everyone's got an elephant upgrade, except for the Malay. Theirs are cheaper, 20% off. But is it worth it? Is it like the Goth champions? Because the Goth champions are missing an armor. But the Malay elephants are missing 2 armors. I don't know. And not only that, it seems like every other elephant civ has some bonus capability. But let's look back at those. So the 30, oh sorry, so they get the 20% for free, which means you don't have to pay for that, which is nice. Burmese, you gotta pay for that extra armor upgrade, so you gotta take that into account. It's the castle tech, and usually the castle tech's not gonna cost you much, but yeah, 200 food, 300 wood, that's not really that bad. But who makes elephants in the castle age? It's hard. So expensive. How much do you cost? 96 food, 56 gold. And that's as the Burmese. So if we look at the Malay, if I can find them. Okay. Is it not showing me? The cheap, that might be the cheap upgrade. I thought that was the discounted price. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. I thought they were a little bit more than that. I'll have to look into that. What is the actual price here? Let me try switching something around. Change my player to, we'll do a little Khmer versus the Vietnamese here and see what happens there. So the bonus attack versus the bonus hit points and lack of attack. Should remember that bonus attack, or that extra 2 attack there. That does cost money, and I'm sure if I was microing these a little bit better. The one-on-one battle is why I got this down here. Anyways, let me take a quick look at this, see if that's changed. There we go. I knew that wasn't right. I don't know why I was doing that. So there's a little glitch there. It might be because I'm in Scenario Maker. So the total price is 120 food, 70 gold. What we saw before was the Malay price. So yeah, much better deal there. So the Malay, let's see if it switches this time. Ah, see, there's a glitch. There's a little glitch there. Little glitchy. AoE, I found it. It's unplayable. So yeah, ooh, the Khmer crushing. Oh, really crushing. Really crushing these Vietnamese elephants. Devastating. I feel like we need to have the 2 champions battle it out now. I know what you're saying, Nate. I don't know if this is a great test, but we're just getting an average here. I'm not spirit of the law. I'm not going to break down the math for you. Okay, this is kind of doing it for myself, and I'm taking you along on the journey because I thought you might enjoy it. Stop being mean to me, gosh. Let's do the Khmer. No, not the Khmer. Yeah, we're going to do the Khmer. We'll keep the Khmer. The Vietnamese, we're going to say you came in 3rd place, and we're going to put Burmese versus Vietnamese. All right, let's rock and roll. Paw Patrol, crushed that mic. You gotta pay. You gotta pay to play. Pay for that extra 3 attack. You gotta pay for that extra armor on the Burmese. But that's pretty cheap. What was it? It was wood and food. So not even taking your gold. This is the battle we gotta watch. I think the Khmer are gonna come out on top. That bonus attack is important. This is definitely closer than before. Oh, he's only coming out with 32 hit points. Oh, what's happening here? Might have to pull in the reserve elephant. Oh my goodness. Oh, we lose. Win the one-on-one, but lose the, Oh, he took down both. That's very close. He couldn't have had much left. Can't even grab him. Oh. 5 hit points. Well, wait a minute here. There's really no reason they should win, right? What are we missing? We're missing an armor on the Khmer. I didn't notice that before. The Khmer are missing an armor. Am I wrong? No, not wrong. No, that's their normal armor. It's just they get a bonus armor. Is that what I'm missing? The Burmese get the okay, so yeah, they're getting an extra melee. Ooh, little extra melee. That's nice. One extra melee. I don't believe anybody else is missing armor except for the melee. Melee, or whatever you say. Melee, whatever you say. Okay. So, 30 extra hit points. Vietnamese, what do they got to pay for that? Castle Tech. Can't be that bad. That one actually cost some gold. Alright, that's actually a little bit more, I feel, than the bonus armor. And the tusks. Chimer get the tusks, right? Also a castle tech. So every elephant thing is a castle tech. Except the Malay, because they don't get one. Tusk swords. Also a little pricey on the gold end, but it doesn't cost food, which is good. Because elephants, 120 food. Ouch. And plus a 3 attack. Let's run that one more time. Because that one was close. Let's restart that. Chimer versus the Burmese. At the end of the day, they're close. They're close. Get in there. Fight. One-on-one, they win, because he's dealing out an extra 3, but he's missing one armor. That adds up. That adds up. Okay, that was completely different. Must have been some weird pathfinding. Alright, we gotta do a best out of 3, I guess. Why not? Pathfinding. I think one-on-one says it all. Try not to. They do like to wander about. Yeah. All that time wandering, that's an extra couple hits. But one-on-one, consistently winning for the Burmese, or the Chimer, I mean, the extra 3. So all the castle attacks are pretty cheap, but that does cost resources. There we go, coming out on top, even with a little extra HP this time. So I think we have a clear winner there as the Chimer. So the bigger question here is, when do you use elephants? So one little test I wanted to do is we're going to drop this down to Castle Age. Just to prove a little point here. I'm going to keep that on the Burmese. I think this is when there's going to be a difference. And this is what I do. Malay is the only one I'll really use the elephant on, because it's cheap enough. It's almost like buying a paladin. So in this stage of the game, they're even, right? You know, you get the bloodlines, and I think you're still going to win, but I think you're going to notice that they're much closer now. And it's cheaper. So I could actually add another elephant on to show the difference. And you know what the biggest bonus is having another elephant. But I want to show you just straight up what the battle looks like. So a little closer, only at 28. Looks like there's only 1 or 2 over there. So let's add that elephant to show you what that bonus damage does. Being able to put another guy out on the field. A lot of people don't think about that, right? Numbers do count. There's a little certain quality and quantity, as my buddy Jared will say. So battle elephant, extra 1. So for every 5 you get 1 free, right? Okay. Oh no, you don't get 6. You don't. I don't know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But let's just hear me out here on this one. That's 120 food, almost 100 gold. So that 20% off does help. And yeah, in the long run, you don't really want to be pumping them out. But you're not going to be dealing with you're not going to be using these guys to fend off archers. You can use these guys to help fend against knights. Rams. Defending your base, because you don't want to attack with the elephants. Pretty much ever. You won't see anybody use them in the tournaments. You're not going to rush somebody because the easy answer, they take forever to get there. And when they do, they usually got monks ready and they convert them, and that just hurts. But if you're the Malay, they're cheaper. You're not going to be able to raid with them, but you can definitely use them as defensive unit. Especially if you can block off an area where the knights have to come through that, and the elephants there waiting. Or if you're under attack by, siege, you can pump those elephants out. Because usually you're going to see elephants only used in like a deathmatch game or something more post-imperial, where you just got tons of resources and the enemy's just not giving up. So you're going to switch into elephants no matter what they're doing. So the next question I have, is it even worth to upgrade your Malay elephant? It's not a bad price, but let's just see what these guys can do in Castle Age versus fully upgraded Frankish paladins. They're not doing well. I think if you had equal numbers. Let's see if 1 for 1 they can hold their own. So we got 8 paladins. Let's throw 8 elephants, because they're almost the same price. All right, I'll bite. I'll see what a normal. I don't even know. Just guessing. While this is raging on here. I don't even know what a knight costs. Just sad. Okay, so it's 60 food, 75 gold. So there's actually less gold for an elephant. So if you got a lot of food, interesting, right? 60 food, but almost, not double. It's double the food for a normal elephant. But as the Malay, let's see. I think they're going to take the fight here, because you're saving gold in the end, and the paladins are pumping out more damage, and they got 5 armor to the 2 armor. They got an extra 50 hit points or more. Still going down. But I think they're an option. For some reason, on the tech tree, it's not telling me how much it costs for the elite battle elephant upgrade. So we're still on the Malay. So they're not getting any more armor here. What the armor they got in Feudal is the armor they got the rest of the game. So they do have some extra attack. And with the elite upgrade, holy shit. Crushed. Big difference there. Oh, that was an elephant on an elephant. Oops. Alright, so I forgot to test one-on-one what happens here between the Malay and the Paladin, who is just getting owned. That extra attack. So they get 4 extra attack, plus they get the full upgrade. So yeah, he's ended with 90 health. So you're saving gold. If you got a lot of food, you can definitely counter paladins. And they can even kind of hold their own without even the upgrade. Which is interesting. If your last ditch effort, yeah, you can go right into battle elephants to hold your base. There's a mix between that and whatever else you're pumping out can help hold the day. Because the paladins were busy trying to chop down the elephants. That could be helpful. And they're so paper thin that even if they get converted, it's not a big deal. Let me go find out how much that upgrade is. Playing against the Huns, just gonna mess around here. I just wanted to see, you know, when we. So I set this to Imperial, so we're not post yet, so I don't have all the upgrades. Their scouts are gonna suck. Just want to see what this upgrade cost me too. Alright. It's 800 food, 500 gold. So, if we look at. Normally, you gotta. Why did they not put in the cost? To go up. Oh, there we go. Upgrade. 300. Is that there? Is it hidden? No, that's totally something that's missing. I'm not crazy. Alright, it says it there. 300 food, 300 gold. Just to go up to Cavalier. And that's 1300 food, 750 gold for Paladin. So that's expensive. It does not say. Unless I'm completely missing it. It does not say what it costs to go up. Alright, whatever. I'm off that soapbox. Let me just go crush this guy. I don't even know what, I don't even know. One thing that's really great on deathmatch with pumping out the elephants, even if they're melee, is you can get them out because they don't come out that fast, but I don't know why I'm not building houses. Exactly, the population rune. So one elephant can hold his ground against a couple units, so it's better to have more elephants in the early game. Get going so they can help survive. Especially if you're making archers off the bat, they can get really crushed quick. But if you're coming in with paladins, or even camels, you can hold your own. You don't want to necessarily do elephants versus camels, but if you got tons of resources, just go for it. I'll buy that upgrade. I always slide around, I don't know why. So having less to buy is important too. You know. It's not always about having the best elephant. It's, you know, you'll be ready to fight earlier. Sometimes I enjoy that because I'm like, all right, that's all I can get. Time to go in now. And like sometimes like I gotta wait for everything. Well, you'll watch how fast your food disappears. It won't vanish as fast as the other civs though, because it's cheaper. Not as cheap as Paladin, but cheaper on your gold. Cheaper on the gold. I should probably have a few more. I know Steve's yelling at me here. No, what am I doing? SE for horsies. For you noobs like me who don't ever use your hotkeys. That's cool. Do you guys know that? You can hit the double G. Little things that I just need to teach myself again to get better here. Playing's too stagnant. Not changing up my game. Almost don't even need to build a blacksmith. What is blacksmith? A-S. A-S for blacksmith. Armor smith. The armor smith. Yeah, definitely need to work on that G button usage. I wish that's something they would change there, that you could make multiple stables tell where to go when they're not done being built. Sometimes you can't even build units. Really annoying. So let's get that final attack. And let's go say hi. Let's go say hi to him. If we can find him. Don't like he's in my base right now. But I'm still doing okay on food and junk. I really haven't brought any in yet. Definitely spent more on villagers than I've brought in with the villagers. Alright, so he's going to mix what he should be doing. Halberdier and Paladin and all that good stuff. And we're just going to lay it on thick with just elephants. Let's see if we can turn the tide here. Just producing as I normally would. And remember, I'm able to dish out more punishment because I'm not worried about houses. Well, neither is he, actually. He's the Huns. But if he wasn't the Huns, I feel like I'd have a slight advantage there. Yeah, I won't build any other units. How about that? We'll just go in on villagers alone. Villagers and elephants alone. Need to finish up these buildings. I'm really sick of sliding around. Why is that happening? Speed, scroll speed. That's a little better. A little stiff, but I can still jump around, alright. That'll help conscription. Get those out a little faster. It did feel like they were going pretty slow. Alright. So by now he's probably built up. So we're gonna go sneak attack him. I'm starting to run low on the gold. Just figured the gold would go first before the houses, which is, I mean, gold would definitely go first before. There we go. We spend everything just now. Gold will go before the food, or the food will go before the gold. But they're only 56 gold. Just like we said before, it's cheaper than a paladin. On the gold end. Armor-wise, they suck. But I think we might be dealing with the Goth champion situation here. I don't think it's as bad, because they're only missing one armor. So I'm going to draw them out to the fight on the front. While we do that, we're going to hit him in the back, two-pronged attack. Normally I'd be aiming for his population, but there's really no reason to buy that, mate. Might as well put it into elephants. Now we're pumping from adequate stables, I think. Population's actually getting close. Let's move up with a castle. His army is gonna give me trouble for sure. I am struggling. Keep pumping. just set these all to control 1. Great idea, and it's just Shift F, boys, Shift F. It looks like that worked up top. Managed to confuse him a little bit. He's using halberdiers, but my score is slowly taking over. Control 1. Yeah, the elephant push, you just gotta keep strong with it. Don't let them rebuild. Mass halberdiers is what you don't want to be fighting against. Now this is only a 200 game, it looks like. Unless I just haven't built enough buildings, which he's always gonna have trouble with then, right? Yeah, resign. He can't hold. Because elephants, I can get more elephants out. Well, not more elephants out, just a stronger military out. So yeah, he could kill a great number of them with his halberdiers, but he can only have so many halberdiers on the field. Boom, boom, boom. That's the way it's done.